Having a good time here on a Tuesday. Welcome back to Everything All the Time. I'm Pat O'Brien. Court McCowan is here. Thomas Hollywood Henderson. Thomas Henderson, my friend, for how long, Tom?
It's about 40 years, Pat.
That's unbelievable, huh?
That's a grown-ass man.
What did you think of the concussion settlement to the NFL? They got $1 billion. Not enough, but...
Well, I went through all the protocols trying not to have any part of that thing, and to my regret, my short-term memory is awful, and I took a battery of tests. I passed the math, the cognitive,
right,
the definition of words, symbols, all the stuff, and then we got the short-term memory, and I got tested like 6 times on the same question.
Wow.
And I couldn't answer them.
So, what have been? I mean, you sound great, and your memories, your long-term memory,
long-term memory. Because in the breaks, it's always great. We keep these conversations. Your memory is, from 40 plus years ago, it's phenomenal.
So, what can they do to help these players now? Because I'm going to say that almost 50% of the players have concussions, right? Are concussed or have suffered from concussions.
Well, the
Probably
protocol
more.
is in place a long time. I remember laying on the ground at different stadiums where the trainer and the doctor were going, okay, what city are we in? Who are we playing? What's your mother's name? What's your name? So the protocols they denied forever were always in place. I think most retired players are really having, health issues are rampant with football players. And we have no health insurance. I pay my own health insurance, And so I think what the National Football League could do in the long term is for, every vested NFL player who gave his body, mind, and spirit and made all those collisions and tackles and touchdowns and those practices and those head injuries and whatever else, that why not have us something like Medicare through the National Football League to take care of football players' health?
Well, I think they're getting there, but hold on one second. We're brought to you by Effortless. They will make your internet healthy.
Yeah.
How's that for a segue? They'll take all your information. They'll put it up on the super cloud, and you don't have to worry about it. If you have anything bad on your... Well, this is business and that sort of thing, but they're very good. We've checked them out.
Yep,
Wouldn't be here
they're
if
great.
not. And they are loyal, wonderful. It says here, worryless. I'd like to be worryless at work about your information. Hollywood Henderson is our guest. So what happened with you and drugs? Almost killed you, right?
Well, for the longest time, I was, kind of just a partying, recreational,
That's how we all started.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't drink very much, but then Richard Pryor and Marvin Gaye and a couple of fellows out there in Los Angeles.
Don't blame us. You're the one who named yourself Hollywood.
Wait a minute. By the way, I think that me and Richard Pryor may be the founding fathers of crack.
Oh,
You might
God.
be. Richard was a good friend of mine. Did you know Richard?
I did not. I knew him.
He was.
at
I was
the
with
very
him
end,
the week
but-
before he
I'm
died.
talking about 76.
No, when you used to smoke it with
You
rum.
have to really search hard. You have to dig up dinosaur fossils to find earlier crackheads. Me and Richard.
I remember visiting him when his pipe blew up with the
Oh,
with
God.
153 rum and crack.
No,
But I don't know
no,
if I'd put that on my resume though.
With me
Thomas.
though, it was the ether that he would cuss me out 'cause I smoked. I always had a
Right.
lighter and matches or whatever I had, torches. And
Welding.
when he had that ether out, you couldn't have no sparks. That was the early that was the early freebasing that a lot of people don't know about, or forgot, or just wasn't around for it. And so I'm talking about 76.
Wow.
That's 40 years ago.
Yeah, I think we learned a lesson from you guys because we would just dip cotton balls in 151 Bacardi, and we used that to base with. We didn't ever get into the
That was
ether.
my last night. I drank a dirty bottle of the Bacardi and passed out.
Yeah, I never did smoke cocaine.
I
But I hated that powder.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Court.
Hey, I had one guy in my entire life. I gave him a hit. He took the hit. His eyes rolled back in his head. He shook his head and he said to me, he's the only person who ever did this. He goes, "I'm never going to do that." He said, "That's too. I'm never going to do that again." He never did.
I
He
wish
was
I had
smart.
that guy's guts.
Thomas Hollywood Henderson's our guest, the great cowboy, number 56, and he ran football back then, or ran after him.
Thomas, I wanted to ask you about, and you've been very open about this, is how even during football games you carried liquid cocaine inhaler in your pants, and you would hit that. Were you hitting that on the sidelines? Were you in the dressing room, or were you just out there, just quietly, just kind of turning your head like we all used to do and taking a quick key somewhere?
I was very embarrassed. That this only happened one time, and it happened. Listen to me now. This is Dr. Henderson speaking here.
Got it.
My nasal passages were so raw and scabby
Oh yeah.
because I never really
Right.
took time to crush it. I just threw rocks and whatever I could get up my nose. So my nose was torn up. I had surgery on it in 1980. But in 79, we were playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, those last few games of 79, my nose would, if I didn't put cocaine in it, I would get the damnedest headache you've ever, could feel. So I, took a Vicodin, like a little bottle with water, and I, put a gram or two, maybe 3 or something in there.
It's not funny, really. I don't know why we laugh.
I put
but
the cap
it's
on
amusing.
it, and I could spray this liquid, and nobody knew any different. I was spraying cocaine in my nose. Listen to me now. Not to play, not for performance, but to stop my torn up nasal passage from giving me the headache from hell. I mean, I don't know how to explain it.
Thomas Henderson, let's get to some recovery here. You do a lot. I know you spend a lot of that lottery money helping other people. It's all you do now, right? Is help people, right?
Yeah, I've got about 11 films that are used in prisons and rehabs. This past November, I celebrated 32 years.
Man, congratulations. That's amazing.
I do lectures. I got 2 prices. One is extremely high, and the other one is free. And so I'm getting more free invitations these days.
Well, yeah. But you're spreading the word. I'll tell you, Thomas was tough on me, man. When I was first started getting sober about 10 years ago, he would scream at me, call me when you're sober, So that's how you do it.
I would be honest with you, if that guy was over my shoulder and he was screaming at me, I think I'd do just exactly what he said.
Hollywood Henderson. So, Thomas, you have a great life now, and I'm proud of you. You're sober. You're 32 years sober. You're still loved. You got through it all, and I don't know how, but you got through it all, and we're happy for you. How's that?
Love you, Pat.
I love you very much, and we'll talk soon. I'll call you later today.
Okay, bye-bye.
There is Hollywood Henderson.
Wow.
We'll wrap that up and get back to our show.
Legendary. You don't know how cool that was for me. I mean, this guy was just amazing.
We'll be back in a minute. Stay with us.